planning a destination wedding and really trying to get an idea of what does it cost? In this video, we're going to talk more about what does it cost for the food and beverage for your private events. Hi, I'm Jack with Vacation East. Do me a favor, subscribe to the videos. I do post typically every Tuesday. So as you know, we've done this series, what does it cost? Today we want to talk a little bit about food and beverage. So when you look at your events, you're going to get a wedding package potentially, you'll customize, a la carte, you're getting freebies with perks and things like that. But at the end of the day, even though you're staying at an all-inclusive resort, yes, you do have to pay to have food and beverage at your private events. I know some people say it doesn't make sense. I've been harping on this for years, and the resorts have answers. But at the end of the day, you do have to pay to feed your people at your private events. So now, let's look at private events. Typically, again, we're seeing a welcome party. Now, the welcome party, you can choose to have a big formal dinner or a blowout event. We've seen desserts, we've seen bonfires. What I tell people related to the welcome party is you really need to think about where your guests are coming from, because you don't want to spend a lot of money in this blowout event at 5 or 6 o'clock if most of your guests aren't getting in until 5 o'clock and they're not going to show up. So we typically suggest maybe a hit and run cocktail party, or maybe let people get in and do their own thing and then do a dessert event. So pricing I've seen for, say, an open bar for a couple hours and maybe cocktails or desserts or just some finger foods is between $20 to $50 per person. And again, it's top shelf alcohol for the couple hours. So I think that's a good number to budget. And again, depending upon the resort, you'll have various menus to pick from, various themes. Rehearsal dinners, multiple ways to handle that. Most times we hear from clients rehearsal dinner is a limited number of people. And if it is, dependent upon the resort, it could be free. You need to talk to the wedding planner at the resort about that. When I say free, you may see semi-private dinner. Semi-private means they may put you in the corner of a specific restaurant, a buffet, an Italian restaurant. It's usually at their choice. But if you have a limited number of people, it's not a bad idea to use that free event for your rehearsal dinner. My caution to that is if you have an idea for your rehearsal dinner that you're going to get loud and party and want to do speeches, you better tell them that up front, because if not, they're not going to allow you to disrupt the Italian restaurant with your best man giving a speech about you in a public restaurant. The other thing, some resorts do have wine rooms or libraries or areas that may be less expensive. If you're going to have a larger rehearsal dinner, you're going to be doing a private event. So again, that private event could be $30 to $70 with the open bar and you picking the menu. It's really up to you how you want to budget your wedding dollars, but you really need to talk to the resort and the destination planner about specifically the rehearsal dinner, because they could be free depending upon the resort you choose. But also talk to your travel professional up front about what your flow of events are and what your expectations are, because in them helping you find a resort, they may be able to find a resort that has a promotion for either a free cocktail party, a free rehearsal dinner, or even some resorts that give you free hours for private events. Let's move on to your next event, which is going to be your cocktail party and your reception. So here's the thing. If you're looking at a Beyond Memorable wedding package, a Dreams Ultimate package, the Always Forever with Charisma, Hard Rock Palace, Royalton, they all have packages. And some of those packages will include the reception, dinner, and drinks. It'll be included. Now what will happen is you have to look at the fine print there, because it may be included for 30 people, 20 people, 40 people, 50. Each one's a little different. They will then have an add-on cost to add additional people. The add-on cost is comprehensive. It doesn't just include the food and beverage for that one event. It will include the chairs and everything. So you really need to look at the fine print on that. But let's just say for the food and beverage portion, my sense is that for a cocktail party and a reception, you're going to spend between $40 to $80 per person dependent upon your menus. As an example, if you are looking at, say, El Dorado or Generations Resort, and we're talking about in 2023 and 24, and you're on the private event promotion, you legitimately, if you have 25 rooms, can get this for free with a chicken dinner. Now, let's say you want to upgrade to a Mexican buffet or Italian themed dinner. You may pay an additional $20 or $30 per person for that event. When you're looking at, say, Palace Resorts that currently has the free event promotion happening, you legitimately could have your reception for free with a basic setup, and they have menus after menu after menu, so you're not just limited. But let's say you're doing that, and you're with Palace, you're with Hard Rock, you're with Charisma, and you actually have the free events. But let's say you want an interactive food station, a sushi station, a churro station. They will have pricing to add all of that. It's either going to be on a per person basis or a per piece basis. I've seen sushi on a per piece. I've seen the churros on a per hour. So when you go back to what does it cost, it's all over the place. But you can get a churro cart for maybe $300 to $500 for a couple hours. You can get a donut board. I saw that for a couple $100 based upon the number of donuts. So I would say to you, budget between $30 to $70 per person in addition to the wedding package. If you're adding more people, if you're a la carting and customizing everything, same thing. And then if your package includes X number of people, you may be paying $50 to $100 more. But again, you have to look at that because that may include all the events during the weekend for that, just not that one event. I think what you'll find as you plan your menus, most of the better resorts are going to have an exhaustive number of menus. You're going to have choice after choice after choice. I had someone that we were working with at El Dorado Royale and Casitas that said to me, Jack, this is crazy. I didn't realize I was going to have so many options. And I said to them, okay, would you rather just have 2 options or would you rather have 15 pages of options? Again, if you work with the designer, the wedding planner at the resort on your theme and your food, they can help customize that. So what is it going to cost? Summary, if you're going to do a cocktail party, maybe $20 to $30 a person if it's not included as part of a package. If you want to do a welcome party, I think $20 to $30 is a good number. Again, you can always go over that, and if you want to do a reception and it's not included, I do believe that you're going to be between $30 to $70 if you start serving lobster tail, sushi, oysters, lamb chops. You could be in the hundreds of dollars. But you have options if you are realistic in terms of working with the wedding team at the resort and defining up front what your dreams are and what your budget is. They will do their best to meet them. So this is Jack with Vacationese, and again, hopefully this is helpful on the What Is It Cost series as to food and beverage for your private events. And just know, work with the wedding team at the resort and they will help you have an amazing, amazing destination wedding.